This is going to be the final No Man's Sky video before I move on to next. So I receive a transmission that Artemis is on a planet where the cave that he's been lost in. Well, unfortunately, it's not a cave, it's a grave marker, and that indicates that Artemis is dead, but how can someone be dead and communicate with me? It's really odd. After leaving the grave marker, Priest Nada tells me to come back to the anomaly so we could talk about the fate of Artemis. Well, it turns out Artemis still exists as a digital form. With that revelation, Nada gave me two choices, either go ahead and let Artemis not exist, or exist in the simulation that he created within his anomaly. My thought process was, if I was put into a digital form and had a choice to exist or exist in a simulation, I would prefer the simulation, and that's what I did for Artemis. Even though it was painful to know that he was dead, I wanted him to still exist in my universe. Shortly after, I got in contact with Apollo and I told him what happened. He was absolutely disappointed. He was actually quite saddened by the news, so it was kind of relieving that he was an entity that actually had feelings, and that was great. But he did tell me to go ahead and get in contact with another traveler called Null. Null is probably one of the most unique characters throughout the whole game. Not only his body and his head is totally different, even his name is unique. Null means absolutely nothing in computer language. During our conversation, we started talking about Artemis. Artemis is actually a glitch through the whole system. He still exists within the universe, but the only way to bring him back is through a mind arc. And I really don't believe him, but I followed his rules anyway, or his directions. Somehow Artemis was able to communicate to me through the Hollow Terminus through his own alternate reality, which is really cool. But at the same time, it was really odd and kind of proves that he's kind of glitching in and out of reality. So I decided to use the mind arc, and poof, he disappeared. I put my trust in Null, and it felt like he kind of backstabbed me, but at the same time, he was glitching out. He wasn't remembering who I was. Yeah, it's one of those situations, damned if you do and damned if you don't. So you gotta keep on trucking, and that's what I did. Later on, Artemis gets to contact me while I was randomly traveling, which is fantastic. So I asked him about his dream, and his dream was about us flying in the stars, me and Apollo and him flying together, and that's what he really wanted. Now that kind of brings me up to a point. The mind arc is supposed to wipe his entire existence or his entire mind. Well, he does remembrance, and that is really odd about this game. And the same thing also affected Apollo because he didn't remember who I was. So it's kind of odd that this mind arc actually not just affected everybody, but I believe that mind arc actually affected the memory of me. After talking with Null, he tells me I need to build up my guild reputation with the Korvac, the Gek, and the Viking. Basically, they all have the same issue. Their home planets are destroyed. Something destroyed it, and they all believe that Atlas is a god. There's something definitely going wrong here. After finishing up the guild missions, I got in contact with Null again, and it seemed visibly upset because it was supposed to be the chosen one for Loop 16. I didn't care about that, so I went ahead and got in contact with Apollo, and he said, hey, or it said, hey, let's go ahead and meet up, and I'm totally cool with that. After finally finding the place, I go ahead and plug in the coordinates, and then this happens. So we're gonna finally meet Apollo after all this time. I would prefer to meet Artemis, but you know how that kind of goes. I'm just gonna go with the storyline. And wait, where am I? No. Oh, I'm in space. Are you kidding me? Why am I in space? What did I do wrong? I'm supposed to be meeting with Apollo. What? Oh no, it's you again. (1616) Atlas Protocol? Are you kidding me? I'm supposed to be... Yeah, okay, I'm gonna take this. I'm supposed to be meeting with Apollo, not you. You again, why? Atlas, hello world. This computer language is just garbage. Don't care if it's the same terminal. I don't know if I have to say goodbye. I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna rage. Yeah, that's a really good thing. I'm gonna rage instead of like crying out or something. Because you know what? This thing sent me directly into the middle of space. It was gonna let me die. You know what? Screw you, you ball of garbage. You're no god. You're just another 8-ball that I'm gonna go ahead and sink in a pocket. Screw you, and screw everything that you were meant for. Oh, okay, now it's gonna warp me out of here. Oh, I don't want to talk to you anyway. If I had a chance, I would destroy you. I would break you over like a, snow globe or something. Throw you off a building and see you splatter. Stupid ball. Stupid computer ball, that is. I would kick it right into the middle of its nuts or something. Well, if a ball had nuts. Okay, I'm on an ice planet. Oh, that's really nice and quirky. Objective 1616. I don't care about your objective, you dumb ball. After upsetting Atlas 16, it decided to cut off all communication with every other traveler through the Hollow Terminus, which totally sucked, but at the same time I'm still able to communicate with others through my ship, which is good. Then it was requested to go ahead and get the purge sequence. I would have to travel to another system, get the purge number, and then warp it to another system over and over 16 times. Along the way, I say my goodbyes to Nada, Polo, Artemis, Apollo, and Null. After getting the last purge sequence, it leads me to another portal, and then this happens. Into another Stargate. Except this time I have all the purge sequences. I don't know what's gonna happen. Okay, I'm on another. Whoa. This planet is very odd. Okay, breach warning. Okay. Let's examine this. So, okay, well, I mean, there's nothing here. So what's the whole deal with the purge? Oh, it's a countdown now. Well, looks like the end is near. Said all my goodbyes. I have nothing else to really do on this planet or in this universe. Maybe? I don't know. It's very anticlimactic. Come on, something really interesting. I mean, it's a cool planet. What's happening? Oh, here we go again. Another Atlas ball. It's nice and shiny. I haven't seen this one before. Oh, I don't remember if I did or not. Huh. Okay, so I don't even have my ship here, so I can't even leave if I wanted to. Alright, let's see what you want. The Atlas assignment, it watches me. Can I just leave? Yeah, let me just leave. Cool. Oh, really? You're not just gonna let me leave? Great. I do have to cry out. I'm gonna have to just select what you want because that's the only decision that you've given me. Let's leave again. Fine, you win. I can't leave. There's no exits. The only thing you're gonna let me do is just cry out like a big baby. Fine. Fine. I cry out, but still, the Atlas is silent. Really? I'm gonna cry out again. Why? I cry out thinking of my journey. Thinking of all the things I've been. Artemis, who just wanted to meet another traveler, just wanted to end their loneliness. Cry out again. I cry out thinking of Apollo, who gave me purpose when all purpose seemed lost. I cry out thinking of all Null, thinking of how they lived, what choices they made, the path that led them to this end. I cry out and there is no return. I cry out again, I must make my final choice. Can I just leave? Okay, fine, cry out. On the sixth cry, the Atlas answers. Traveler. No, I'm gonna stand my ground. That's the only way I'm supposed to do it. It speaks. I understand. At my command, the Atlas initiates a reset. It happens before and it seems to stop at nothing. It only has 16 minutes left. I don't know what it will remember when it happens. When I woke up next to my ship, I just performed a reset. Had someone else? Everything is coming to an end. Perhaps all that is left to learn is the final truth of the simulation. to know who the travelers truly are, and then 1,000 galaxies will be gone. Thousands more will appear. It will all be mine to explore. Is there another way? I plead with Atlas, but it does not listen. The Atlas requires my choice, but it lives and it can still create, and resets will not stop that. I do not know what to do or what it wants me to do. Refuse the Atlas. I refuse. I cannot do this. I cannot wreak such destruction. The Atlas allows me to leave. To offer remains open to me should I wish to take it. It is letting me choose. That is a first. It is letting me choose my own path. And I'm back at a space station. And my ship's here. Okay. So reset didn't happen. That's... Oh, the Atlas is dying, but not on alien timescale. There are years left to explore, countless planets to discover. Huh. Oh, it's not 16 minutes. It's its own timescale. It's relevant to the Atlas, not us. After finishing the main storyline, I warped to many systems, having multiple dogfights, having a great grand adventure. I even got my first freighter, is the one that you see on screen, yellow and orange one I believe it is, and dude, it was just fantastic getting it. I also earned multiple $1 million of units, or I don't even know how to say it properly, but I did earn multiple millions of units through my time. So I went ahead and put the game to rest. I did finish the Atlas quest, but I didn't record any of it because it was pretty boring, and it had the same result. At the end, you need to reset the universe. I don't care. So anyway, next is coming out, and I hope a new adventure arises. While I was in the middle of making this video, I went ahead and decided to make another video about everything that I prepared before next even launch. So if you want to see that video, it's going to be under the playlist next. It should be the first one. So yeah, anyway, join me on No Man's Sky next, and this concludes the series for No Man's Sky. I guess you could call it season 1, but it doesn't matter. Well, join me on the next one. Until then, see ya.